5 shocking reasons your hormones are out of balance and how to restore them. Are you tired of feeling like a stranger in your own body, wrestling with symptoms that no one seems to understand? Tired of the unpredictable cycles, the frustrating weight fluctuations, the exhaustion that settles deep in your bones, and the emotional roller coaster that comes with a body that feels out of your control? Are you weary of the endless search for answers, only to be met with confusing advice that leaves you feeling more lost than when you started? There is good news, a gentle whisper of hope that comes not from a lab or a textbook, but from centuries of profound wisdom. The path to hormonal balance, to reclaiming your energy and peace, can be found by understanding the deep connection between your mind, your body, and your spirit, a connection that ancient monks have revered for millennia. The right inner practices can soothe your internal systems, calm the hormonal storms, and stop the cycle of suffering before it even begins. In today's video, we are going to journey together into the heart of this ancient wisdom, revealing 5 shocking reasons your hormones are out of balance, seen through the compassionate eyes of a monk, and we will uncover the simple yet powerful ways to gently restore them. So stay with me, because you do not want to miss these life-changing insights that have the power to guide you back to yourself. Before we begin this journey, I would love to feel your presence here with us. Take a moment to share in the comments where you are watching from today. Your presence here helps to create a global community of women who are all seeking a path to healing. And feel free to share any questions that arise in your heart. And if you are seeking a sanctuary for real, compassionate guidance on your health journey, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so you never miss a tip from sacred women's health that could illuminate your path. First, let's talk about the very soil from which these imbalances grow, the subtle yet powerful state of being that defines our modern world and quietly disrupts our inner harmony. It is essential to understand that the turmoil you feel within your body, the hormonal chaos that we call polycystic ovary syndrome, is not a personal failing. It is not something you have done wrong, nor is it a punishment. In the quiet halls of ancient monasteries, the body is seen as a sacred garden, and when the garden is in disarray, one does not blame the flowers for failing to bloom. Instead, one looks to the soil, the water, the sunlight. You are not broken. You are a woman living in a world that has, in many ways, forgotten the gentle rhythms of nature, and your body is simply reflecting this profound disconnection. Imagine your hormonal system as a perfectly calm, clear river flowing effortlessly through your being. For this river to remain pure and steady, its environment must be peaceful. But our modern life is like a relentless storm, constantly churning the waters of our inner world. We are taught to rush from one task to the next, to value productivity over peace, to numb our feelings with distraction, and to fuel our bodies with foods that are disconnected from the earth. This relentless pace creates a state of constant, low-grade stress, a subtle alarm that never truly turns off. Your body, in its infinite wisdom, responds to this alarm by shifting into survival mode, and in this state, delicate processes like hormonal regulation are no longer a priority. It is a world where thousands, millions of women just like you are walking the same path, their bodies carrying the weight of this shared imbalance, feeling isolated in their struggle. But here, in this space, we acknowledge this truth with compassion. We create a place of emotional safety and deep understanding, a sanctuary where you can finally lay down the burden of self-blame and begin to gently tend to your inner garden, preparing the soil for healing and for the beautiful solutions that are waiting to blossom. We can start this gentle process together by first understanding the most pervasive disturbance of all. The first reason for your body's distress is what we might call the illusion of a rushed life. Our world glorifies speed. We are praised for multitasking, for juggling countless responsibilities, for being constantly connected and instantly available. This creates an inner environment of perpetual urgency, a subtle but powerful belief that if we are not moving, we are falling behind. This state of mind is a direct contradiction to the body's natural state of being, which craves rhythm, flow, and moments of deep stillness. When your mind is constantly racing, it sends a continuous stream of stress signals throughout your body. This isn't just a feeling, it's a biochemical reality. The stress hormone, cortisol, begins to flow more freely, like a steady drip that slowly erodes your internal equilibrium. In the wisdom of the monks, an agitated mind creates an agitated body. This chronic elevation of cortisol directly interferes with the delicate communication between your brain and your ovaries. It disrupts ovulation, encourages your body to store fat, particularly around the abdomen, and it can significantly worsen insulin resistance, a core issue in polycystic ovary syndrome. It's a vicious cycle. The stress of the symptoms creates more stress in the mind, which in turn deepens the hormonal imbalance. But can simply adopting a calmer state of mind, by choosing to slow down, truly heal something as complex as your hormonal system? The answer is a resounding yes. When you intentionally introduce moments of stillness and single-minded focus into your day, you are not just relaxing. You are performing a powerful act of hormonal regulation. You are consciously turning down the volume on cortisol, allowing your body to shift from a state of survival to a state of healing and repair. This is where the profound practice of mindfulness becomes not just a spiritual concept, but a tangible form of medicine. The practical application of this wisdom does not require you to retreat to a monastery. It begins with small, deliberate choices. Instead of scrolling on your phone while you eat your breakfast, try simply eating your breakfast. Pay attention to the colors, the textures, the flavors. This is the practice of single tasking. When you drink a cup of tea, just drink the tea. Feel its warmth in your hands. Inhale its aroma. Let it be a 5-minute sanctuary of peace. Another powerful practice is mindful walking. You don't need a special place or equipment. As you walk, simply bring your attention to the sensation of your feet touching the ground. Feel the rhythm of your own movement. This simple act anchors you in the present moment, pulling your mind away from the chaotic winds of worry and planning. The goal is not to eliminate all activity, but to infuse your activities with a sense of presence and purpose. By doing so, you begin to rewire your nervous system, teaching it that it is safe to relax, that not everything is an emergency. This newfound inner calm is the fertile ground upon which all other healing practices can take root. But mastering the pace of your life is only the first layer. The next step is even more powerful and often overlooked, involving something we interact with intimately every single day, which has the power to either clarify or cloud our entire being. May I ask you something personal? How many times have you felt utterly alone in this journey, feeling lost and confused about what is happening inside your own body, as if no one around you could possibly understand the depth of your struggle? I know how deeply that can hurt, and I want you to hear this loud and clear. You are not alone in this fight. The silence and isolation that often accompany this condition are part of the burden we are here to lift together. If you have ever felt this way, if this feeling of solitude resonates in your heart, please take a moment to leave a comment below, writing these exact words: "I understand this struggle." Your message, your acknowledgement, might just be the beacon of hope that another woman, reading these comments in a moment of despair, needs to see to remember that she is part of a community that truly understands. Your voice can give her the strength to keep going, just by knowing she is not walking this path alone. The second profound reason your inner river has become turbulent is rooted in how we nourish ourselves, not just with food, but with our thoughts and emotions. Buddhist wisdom teaches that the body is a sacred vessel, and what we choose to put into it directly impacts the clarity of our mind and the harmony of our spirit. This principle applies quite literally to the food we eat. In our modern world, we are surrounded by foods that are engineered to be hyper-palatable, but are spiritually and nutritionally empty. These processed, refined, and sugary foods are seen not just as unhealthy choices, but as sources of internal pollution that cloud the vessel. When you consume these foods, they create a storm of inflammation within your body. For a woman with polycystic ovary syndrome, this inflammation is not a vague concept. It is a primary driver of hormonal chaos. It speaks directly to your ovaries, encouraging them to produce excess androgens, the so-called male hormones that contribute to many distressing symptoms. Furthermore, these foods cause dramatic spikes in your blood sugar, forcing your pancreas to work overtime producing insulin. Over time, your cells become numb to insulin's message, a condition we know as insulin resistance. This is perhaps the most critical physical imbalance in polycystic ovary syndrome, a root cause that ripples outward, disrupting your menstrual cycle, affecting your fertility, and contributing to weight gain. Think of it this way. The monks view food as a form of communication. Pure, whole foods, grown from the earth, carry a message of vitality, peace, and balance. Processed foods carry a message of chaos, stress, and disharmony. Can changing the message you send through your food truly bring your hormones back into alignment? Absolutely. By choosing to nourish your vessel with pure, grounding foods, you are sending a powerful signal of healing to every cell in your body. You are actively reducing inflammation, stabilizing your blood sugar, and restoring sensitivity to insulin. This is the practice of mindful eating, and it is one of the most compassionate acts of self-care you can undertake. The application of this wisdom is beautifully simple. It is about returning to the earth. Fill your plate with a vibrant rainbow of vegetables, especially leafy greens, which are powerful anti-inflammatories. Choose healthy fats from sources like avocados, nuts, and seeds, which are essential for producing healthy hormones. Embrace lean proteins and complex carbohydrates like sweet potatoes and quinoa, which provide sustained energy without the chaotic blood sugar spikes. It is also about how you eat. Before you take your first bite, take a moment of gratitude for the food before you. Acknowledge the earth, the sun, the rain, and the people who brought it to your table. Eat slowly, chew thoroughly, and pay attention to your body's signals of fullness. This practice transforms the act of eating from a mindless habit into a sacred ritual of self-nourishment. You begin to rebuild a relationship of trust with your body, learning to listen to its true needs rather than the cravings born of stress or emotional turmoil. This purification of your vessel is a foundational step, but it is deeply intertwined with another rhythm that our modern world has taught us to ignore. The next reason for our imbalance is a profound forgetting of the body's need for cyclical rest, a forgetting that happens every single night in millions of homes. Before we continue on this path together, if you are finding a sense of clarity and hope in this guidance, I would be so grateful if you could take a moment to press the like button. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Each like and subscription helps this community grow, allowing us to reach more women who are searching for these very answers, and ensures you won't miss any of our future insights on your journey to wellness. The third shocking reason your hormones are in a state of disharmony is the widespread neglect of rhythmic stillness, which we know as sleep. In the monastic tradition, the cycles of light and dark are sacred. The setting of the sun is not an inconvenience to be overcome with artificial light. It is an invitation to turn inward, to slow down, to prepare the body and mind for the profound healing work that only happens in the deep quiet of the night. Our modern society, however, treats sleep as a luxury, or worse, a necessary evil that gets in the way of productivity. We stay up late, bathed in the blue light of our screens, our minds still racing with the day's anxieties, and we wonder why we wake up feeling depleted. This disregard for our natural sleep-wake cycle is a form of violence against our own biology. For a woman with polycystic ovary syndrome, this disruption is catastrophic for hormonal health. During deep sleep, your body performs its most critical repair functions. It is when your stress hormones are meant to reset, when your insulin sensitivity is restored, and when the intricate hormonal feedback loops between your brain, your adrenal glands, and your ovaries are recalibrated. When you consistently deprive yourself of adequate, high-quality sleep, you rob your body of this essential healing time. Cortisol levels remain elevated into the night, further disrupting ovulation. Insulin resistance worsens, making it even harder to manage your weight and energy levels. The production of melatonin, the hormone of darkness and a powerful antioxidant, is suppressed, leaving your cells more vulnerable to inflammation and damage. The question then arises, can prioritizing sleep truly be as powerful as any diet or supplement? The wisdom of the ages would say it is even more so. Sleep is not passive. It is an active, dynamic state of profound regeneration. Creating a sanctuary for sleep is one of the most potent forms of medicine you can practice. This isn't about simply spending more hours in bed. It's about honoring the ritual of rest. The practical application begins an hour or two before you intend to sleep. This is the time to begin dimming the lights in your home, signaling to your brain that the day is ending. This is the time to disconnect from all screens. The blue light they emit is particularly disruptive to melatonin production. Instead, you might read a physical book, listen to calming music, take a warm bath with Epsom salts, or sip a cup of herbal tea like chamomile or lavender. You can also engage in a simple, gentle stretching routine or a guided meditation focused on gratitude or body scan awareness. The goal is to create a peaceful transition from the busyness of the day to the stillness of the night. Your bedroom itself should be a sanctuary dedicated to rest. Keep it as dark, cool, and quiet as possible. This consistent nightly ritual of honoring your need for rest does more than just help you feel less tired. It is a profound act of hormonal rebalancing. You are allowing your body to do the healing work it is naturally designed to do. As you restore this fundamental rhythm, you will find that your resilience to stress increases, your cravings diminish, and your body begins to feel like a safer, more harmonious place to be. But this internal stillness is meant to be balanced with a specific kind of physical harmony, a connection to the world around us that we have largely forgotten. The next piece of wisdom addresses the deep imbalance created by our disconnection from the very ground beneath our feet. The fourth reason for the body's state of distress is the profound disconnection from the earth, which manifests as a lack of mindful movement. In our modern lives, many of us spend our days sitting, confined in boxes as our homes, our cars, our offices, staring at other boxes, our screens. We have become physically disconnected from our own bodies and from the natural world. In many ancient traditions, the body is not seen as a machine to be exercised, but as a living part of the earth, designed for movement, flow, and expression. A sedentary life creates stagnation, not just in our muscles, but in our energy, our circulation, and our hormonal systems. This lack of movement has a particularly detrimental effect on polycystic ovary syndrome. Your muscles are the largest consumers of glucose in your body. When they are not used regularly, your body's ability to manage blood sugar is severely compromised, which is a direct path to worsening insulin resistance. The less you move, the more insulin your body needs to produce to get glucose into your cells. And this excess insulin is a key signal that tells your ovaries to produce more androgens. It's a feedback loop of stagnation. Furthermore, a lack of movement can lead to feelings of sluggishness, depression, and a sense of being trapped in your own body, which in turn increases emotional stress and elevates cortisol, further compounding the hormonal chaos. But is the answer really to force yourself into grueling, high-intensity workouts that leave you feeling depleted? From a place of monk-like wisdom, the answer is a gentle no. The goal is not to punish the body with exercise, but to celebrate it with mindful movement. It is about re-establishing a joyful, compassionate relationship with your physical self. The key is not intensity, but consistency and mindfulness. The practice here is about finding forms of movement that feel nourishing, not depleting. One of the most powerful and accessible practices is walking meditation. As you walk, bring your full attention to the physical sensations of walking, the way your feet connect with and leave the ground. the gentle swing of your arms, the rhythm of your breath. This is not about power walking to burn calories. It is about inhabiting your body and grounding your energy. Gentle yoga or Tai Chi are also beautiful practices that combine movement, breath, and mindfulness, helping to soothe the nervous system while improving circulation and insulin sensitivity. Even simple, mindful stretching upon waking in the morning or before bed can begin to dissolve physical and energetic stagnation. The aim is to move your body with love and gratitude every single day. This consistent, gentle movement tells your cells that they are alive and needed. It dramatically improves your insulin sensitivity, helps to lower androgen levels, boosts your mood by releasing endorphins, and helps to process and release stored stress. By reconnecting with the wisdom of your body through movement, you are not just managing a symptom, you are reclaiming your vitality and your innate connection to the living world. This compassionate approach to your physical self leads us to the final, and perhaps most crucial, piece of the puzzle: the way we speak to ourselves in the midst of our struggle. The fifth and final reason, which sits at the very heart of our suffering, is the echo chamber of self-judgment. In Buddhist philosophy, there is the concept of the two arrows. The first arrow is the actual, unavoidable pain of life, in this case, the physical symptoms of polycystic ovary syndrome. It might be the pain of an acne breakout, the frustration of hair loss, or the discomfort of an irregular cycle. This first arrow is painful, but it is the second arrow that causes true suffering. The second arrow is the one we shoot at ourselves. It is the voice of judgment, criticism, and despair that follows the initial pain. It's the thought that says, "I am ugly, my body has failed me, I am broken," or "this is my fault." This internal narrative of self-rejection is a profound source of stress. Every time you judge yourself, you are firing a dart of cortisol into your own system. You are creating a state of internal warfare where your mind is at odds with your body. This chronic emotional stress is a powerful driver of inflammation and hormonal imbalance. It keeps your body locked in a perpetual state of high alert, making it impossible for it to find the safety it needs to heal. You could be eating the purest diet and sleeping 8 hours every night, but if you are living in a mental environment of harsh self-criticism, your body will still be in a state of emergency. Can learning to be kind to yourself, to practice self-compassion, actually change your hormones? The evidence, both ancient and modern, confirms that it is one of the most powerful medicines available. When you begin to replace the voice of the inner critic with a voice of warmth, understanding, and compassion, you fundamentally change your biochemistry. You lower cortisol, reduce inflammation, and create the emotional and physiological safety that is a prerequisite for healing. The practice that cultivates this inner kindness is known as metta, or loving kindness meditation. It is the simple but profound act of offering wishes of well-being to yourself and to others. You can begin by finding a quiet place to sit for a few minutes each day. Place a hand over your heart, take a few deep breaths, and silently repeat gentle phrases to yourself. May I be safe. May I be healthy. May I be peaceful. May I live with ease. At first, this might feel strange or even insincere, especially if you are used to a lifetime of self-criticism. But with gentle, consistent practice, you begin to carve new neural pathways in your brain. You are actively cultivating a new habit of self-compassion. This practice extends beyond meditation. It is about catching yourself in moments of harsh judgment and consciously choosing a kinder response. It is about looking in the mirror and, instead of cataloging your perceived flaws, offering yourself a word of gratitude for the body that is doing its best to carry you through life. This radical act of self-acceptance doesn't mean you stop seeking to improve your health. It means you do so from a place of love, not a place of fear or self-loathing. You are finally removing the second arrow, and in the space that it leaves, true, deep healing can finally begin. If you have journeyed with me this far, it means you are truly searching for answers, for relief, and for a profound sense of hope. This channel was created for that very reason, to be a guiding light, to help you understand your body, to help you regain a sense of control, and to help you find solutions that resonate deeply and actually work. Please know that you are not alone here. We are consciously building a safe and sacred space where women like you can find unwavering support and real, compassionate information that makes a tangible difference in your life. You are a valued member of this growing community, a circle of women who understand the path you are walking. If this is the kind of guidance you have been searching for, the kind that honors your body, mind, and spirit, then please subscribe now and be sure to turn on the notifications. Every single video we create is another step on the shared path toward a healthier, more peaceful, and happier you.